Our next guest is former Notre Dame men's basketball star Pat Connaughton, who graduated just 4 years ago and is having a great first season with the Milwaukee Bucks, the #1 regular season team in the NBA with 60 regular season wins. They're currently in the playoffs. Here he is now on the Notre Dame Day Hotline. Pat, thanks for taking the time right in the middle of the playoffs. I know yesterday was a little tough, but you've had a heck of a year.
Yeah, it's been a great year, and, happy to take the time, especially when they told me I was going to be speaking with you.
Well, thank you, Pat. I've been looking forward to it as well, and I know you well enough that I can ask this question. I know how focused you are, but a son of Arlington, Massachusetts, where you grow up, and you're playing the Boston Celtics in the playoffs, at what point will that sink in? Will you take a moment to think about it? Because I'm guessing you're so focused now on the task at hand that you haven't. Have you?
No, not yet. I mean, kind of like you alluded to, focus is high. It's even higher now after, not just losing yesterday, but the way we lost. So hopefully I'll have a chance to let it sink in if we're able to knock these guys off because we're going to have to take it one game at a time. And, on the outside, it's pretty cool having grown up in that area. It's coming full circle to play them in the playoffs. But at the end of the day, they're just another team in front of us during the playoff run that we're trying to continue to have.
Best pro regular season you've had, just under 7 points, 4.2 rebounds, 20 minutes per game, and your game really seems to fit with the Bucks.
Yeah, it's been, really a great spot for me. I know it's only been 1 year. We haven't even obviously finished out the year yet, but it's been a wonderful place to play, for lack of a better term. It's just the guys on the team, Coach Bud, the coaching staff, the system that they run, the organization, the GM, the ownership. I've been able to develop relationships with everybody, and, I think it's a great place for me. The goal here is obviously, to win by any means necessary, and the system in which we do that, I think, fits my game perfectly, allows me to play the way that I'm most comfortable, the way that I've kind of developed my game into trying to have a successful NBA career. And I hope to continue to play for the Bucks for as long as I can.
I know when Bonzie Colson came to Notre Dame, you helped him become what he ended up being, one of the great players in program history, had the terrible injury, had to battle back. He ends up with the Bucks. You got to play together. I know he's not in the active playoff roster, but what was that like for you to welcome Bonzie basically to the NBA?
Well, I thought for, a thank you for all I did for him to start his Notre Dame career, he'd be getting knee assists, but apparently it was still on me to make sure I gave him his first assist for his first NBA basket. But, it's been awesome. It's been really cool. Obviously, we did a great job, or had a great relationship back at Notre Dame, and even before that, considering we're from the same area, and to see, the hard work that he's put in, especially to come back after his senior year and really, grind to get where he is now, and to be a part of an organization, as great as this one, I think will really help him in his, growth as an NBA player.
I'm doing the Mike Bray radio show, as I've done since Coach Bray got here, and I look into the audience this year, and there are your parents, Len and Sue Connaughton, and it's all about your passion for real estate investing. Talk about the company you've started with your dad, Beach House LLC.
I grew up around real estate with my dad, so it's it's been in my blood, I guess is the way you'd put it. But I've had such a great time at Notre Dame, and the community that they build back there and continue to have, through alumni and current students, and that the way everybody wants to go back there and go to a football game, basketball game, be on campus is really cool. And I saw a great opportunity to get involved in some real estate around there, try to get some buildings and some houses and properties as close to campus as possible, and create some value in them, make sure that we fix them up or build them from the ground up, and have some places for the alumni and the people that I've grown to know throughout my Notre Dame years, and will continue to know more. Have a place where they can rent when they go back for those football games or graduations or different weekends, just to be back on campus because of that powerful connection Notre Dame brings and the way it always attracts alumni back towards the campus.
Well, I know, Pat, you've got a number of projects underway here, and I'm looking forward to the one you're going to start at the corner of Ironwood and Edison. And I talked with your dad a long time. You're the president. He's the vice president. He's fine with that. So just so you know.
I appreciate that. I don't usually say that to him, so I'm glad somebody else did.
All right, Pat, good luck the rest of the way in the playoffs. I'm kind of torn. When you're not on the floor, I'm rooting for the Celtics, and when you're on the floor, I'm rooting for the Bucks.
Well, I appreciate that. Hopefully I'll be on the floor more often than not then.
All right, Pat, thank you very, very much.